Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Naima and we're back with another video for you guys. Today we are going to be doing a interview, Q&A, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to be asking my dad a few questions so you and me can get to know him a little bit better. I'm not saying that I don't know my dad, but well, you know what I mean. So make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a comment down below, make sure you share and like this video. And let's get straight into the video. So, hello Dad. So, I'm going to be asking you some questions. So my first question is, how did you and why did how and why did you become a Rastafarian?
Let's deal with why to begin with. Why was I'm of that generation that wanted to find better. When I say better, I mean something in our history as a structure that we can hold on to, because every time, like as a people, you need a foundation, and your foundation is your achievements in your history or all your history. Yeah. All I knew of my history at that time was we came from slaves, and we didn't have anything concrete to say was our own. So, in lack of finding something, Leonard Howell, who was a key person in the creation of this culture of Rastafari, created the culture of Rastafari. And there were books, there were songs, reggae songs, and there was older people that would tell us about this culture. And this culture it ticked all the boxes, like what we was looking for at the time, something that was ours. Yeah, because we didn't have a king we could look at and say, yeah, there's a king that's from where I'm from, and he's got something that has a foundation because it's so old, and the traditions, like I'm saying, because we're dealing with history at the same time. He's the one that was connected to something strong through history. Yeah. What we didn't know at the time was how it would evolve, but it was something that I felt like, when you're looking for something, and then it's like when you're hungry, and you sniff something that tastes nice when you get it, or something that you've never had, but it just smells good, you know what I mean? When you're hungry, So Rasta, the culture, was just something that smelled good. Because at the time I was hungry to find something that would call my own. When I was looking at other cultures, like Asiatic cultures, German culture, British, you know what I mean? They've all got some kind of historical culture, which is the historical structure, which is their culture, which involves an ideology of how to live, a king, a god structure, and a history of people that you can relate to as a black African, black Caribbean, where it all goes back to Africa, and it was something that was opening my eyes to history of where I'm from as a black person, and where I'm from as a cultural mindset, which is Africa. Everything else wasn't teaching me that, so this seemed like the forbidden knowledge. And when you're young, you always wonder about the forbidden. Why is this hidden? Why wasn't I told? And that's the why. Yeah. How is a continuous thing? You don't just, it's not like you wear a key, you get the door, open it and go in. It's not like you switched from black to green or from blue to yellow. You know, it's a mindset that takes time. You become, over time, more and more of a Rasta, what you see as a Rasta in your head, which is somebody with knowledge of their history and culture, and to make it simply an explanation of what you're doing. You know, if somebody to ask like you, yeah. How is I became through the songs I listened to, like Burning Spear, reading stuff about Marcus Garvey, which had a lot to do with the organizational mindset that I had. People were singing about our history, Bob Marley, and various other artists, Johnny Clark, and some artists that you don't know about. You know about Chronix, Protege, and those that I've taken over singing about. And that was how I became that, from hearing that. So it kind of converted me. Then I realized there's other things that come along with it, like reasoning and understanding. So I'm still in the process of being a Rasta, which is a continuous thing, it's an evolving thing. Does that tell you how?
Yeah, that answers my question actually. So, yeah, and I hope that answers you guys' question if you had a question like that as well. So, second question, this is just out of my curiosity, just like this question that you know that I would ask, say. So, question number 2 is, why did you become a singer?
Why I became a singer? Firstly, I would more call myself a chanter, but not a singer. A singer is Luther Vandross. But then again, no. A singer is whoever you see a singer as being. Because straight away I'm thinking about voices. You know? A good voice, somebody with a good voice. But becoming a singer is like a chanter. Because I felt I had something to say to people. You know? Just like you like to chat, I like to chat. You know? And I always feel I've got something in me that I'd like to tell people about. You know? Not like just put some links together for the fun of it, which I used to do. I used to enjoy that because it's something that comes natural to me. So I thought, well, let me just dwell on this natural side of myself, because nobody else was teaching me to be, or say, come and be a singer. So it was something that I wanted to do personally, when everything else you do out being told to do it or doing it, but not no feelings in it. You can't have fun in it. So it's my way of having fun, and my way of letting people doing something that I can see make people happy. That's why I became a singer.
Okay, that definitely answers my question. So, third question. So, my third question is, when and why did you grow your locks?
I grew my locks first time in the late 70s, when I was young. Because it came with the territory when you go into a change, and all the change was rebellious in the sense that you fight against everything that you felt kept you down before. And one of the things was you're forced through society to comb your hair and cut your hair. Yeah? So as a rebelliousness, which Rasta started off being from was rebelling to everything that we've been taught. Grandma Locks was a rebellious move. Yeah. When I realized that becoming a Rasta was also being a vegan, being a natural person, somebody that as much as you can be, you become natural. If you don't need to do something, if you don't have to take something on board, yeah, you don't take it on board. I say that because there's some things people still do, and inadvertently as a Rasta you're supporting something else which you would support personally, you know. But the locks was a natural thing to do because your hair grows naturally, and most black people, if you don't comb your hair, it gets locked. Yeah, and the mind was unification. Marcus said unify and centralize and become something that you can identify with. So Rasta become having locks, so we see another locks man goes. It's not like nowadays when everything commercialized, but all over the world, like you could say, oh here's Russ, and this, and you know, it kind of brought people together. And like I'm saying, it's about unity. Now, to cut your hair, to comb your hair, what do you do when you comb your hair? You separate it. Yeah? Now, as a Ras, you're dealing with unity. So why are you separating your hair? Yeah? Obviously, some people have the mindset that they still comb it. Yeah? But where we was coming from is how our hair was everybody said this is how you have to look to get a job. This is how you have to look to get a wife or get a girlfriend. This is how you have to look to be able to go to this school. This is how you have to look to be able to not get chased by police at night. You know, so you have a nice haircuts and it all looks good and you're dressed and you fit within that. Rasta switched the script, flipped the script. Yeah? So we became natural. You know, everything about us was natural. You know what I mean? Some people have a beard, some might snip it here or whatever, but they grow a beard. Or some Rasta might have them locked a certain way, but they're still, it's a natural order of things. Your hair, it's naturally, your hair grows naturally. So why stop it from growing? And plus, I wasn't looking forward to a time when I'd go bald, even though I don't think my family is a bald family. But people spend every day cutting their hair when they're young, and then when it starts falling out, they cry. Doesn't make sense. But anyway, base reason was it's a natural thing to do. You know, it's real.
Okay, so that answers a lot. If you guys do not know what locks are, it's a type of hair.
That we have.
Yeah, that we have. Yeah. So you can grow locks if you want to. I'm not saying you can't, but if you want to, you can. So the fourth question is, why did you call your band Majestic?
That's simple. It's like, at the time, everything in my head was about Selassie. It's Imperial Majesty. We had a sound, we called the sound Imperial Eye. And Majestic sounded like what it means. It's majestic, it's great, it's airy, it's forceful, it's nice, it's standing up strong. It's like looking at something and you think when a lion stands up, it looks majestic. You know? So that's what it was at the time. It was like saying, yeah, we're majestic, which was, I suppose, at the time was identifying, something to identify ourselves with that made us feel good. It made me feel good because it was my idea, and then it was my idea. And like I said, it linked to the sound, which is Imperial Eye, you know, which is His Imperial Majesty. Yeah. So Majestic was the name. That's the band. Yeah.
Okay.
Check us out everywhere.
Yeah, the Majestic.
You know,
Go check them out.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Facebook,
Explain it again.
Spotify, TuneCore, iTunes.
Okay, last but not least, this is the last question. Who inspired you musically? Like, through music?
Vocally or musically or just overall?
So,
Reggae.
mhm,
Bob Andy.
mhm,
Sea Pulse, Aswad. Vocally at the time, U-Roy, Dennis Brown. Yeah, I'll play you some in a while. U-Roy, Dennis Brown. He was like one of the fathers of rapping. Even before America, like all that rap where it comes from, right? Yeah. Well, he was like a Jamaican Rasta man. Yeah. That was rapping, like DJ you call it. Obviously people call it rapping now. You know? Some people call it sing jing, but it's the same on the rhythm. You know? That was one of my main inspirations for vocalizing. Musically, like music creation with the band, it was like mainly inspired by Lee Perry and the people he had playing for him. You know, which range from the drummers, Sly Dunbar, Orsner and others, bass player, the Wailers bass player, Robbie, Shakespeare. Musically, you know what I mean? Sounding wise, he was really inspired me. Yeah, that's my inspiration. Nowadays, I suppose there's a lot more I could tell you that inspired me, but it's all for different reasons in the music. What's his name? I can't say he inspired me, but I can't remember his name. And Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder. Definitely Stevie Wonder. And a lot of the band-wise, a lot of the people that came off of Stevie Wonder's vibe, like bands called Jodeci, which you don't know about. No. I can't believe I haven't played you Jodeci, you know. And quite a few people that's on that kind of mode, Stevie Wonder mode, you know. Those were my inspirations for that. Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna slide into the questions. So, but this is based on the other question. If you had to choose one of those people, those singers, those bands, yeah. If you had to pick one, who or why would you pick them?
For what reasons? Alright. Stevie. The reason being, Stevie plays every instrument, got a wicked voice, he writes songs, he plays drums, he plays every instrument, and he likes what he does as well as loving reggae. He loves reggae, and that's like me. I love reggae, so he ticks all the boxes. You know, I love reggae and I love what Stevie Wonder does. That kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Motown. You know, Diana Ross. Ever Diana Ross?
I've heard of her.
Yes.
I've never listened to her.
All the Motown stuff that I've played so much to you. You know, those kind of people. Like what Stevie would have been. Yeah. My choice.
Okay, second question now. So, say in general, just life in general. If you had one choice, like one thing in life, in the whole world, what's happening right now, we all know what's happening. If we had one thing out of all the bad things that is happening, what would you change?
I'll change the perception of equal rights and justice, and make people understand it. Yeah, and able to function. You know, for it to function, because people talk about it, but there's not a functioning thing. You know, like I said, people, employment, that's a word. And you got a function of employment where every day people get up and go to work in normal times. Yeah, that's a function. It's a functioning thing. Yeah. Now, equal rights and justice, it's not a functioning thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not functioning like it's general happening every day. We get equal rights and justice. Everybody gets equal rights and justice. You know, that's what I'll change. I'll change the perception and the action within that. Because then once you do that, everything else will fall into place. Equal rights and justice.
Okay, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I'm going to do a couple shout-outs. Okay, I was going to say shout-out to the Majestic, my dad's bad. I'm also going to say shout-out to Stevie Wonder. I love him. He's amazing. He's one of my inspirations, I'd say. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, you like, you share, you comment, and also follow us on our Instagrams at, what's your Instagram, Dad?
Baba Ras
191.
191.
There you go, I even remember it.
Everywhere else, Baba Ras.
Make sure you follow me at Little Dancer Forever. Make sure you follow my mum at Everlasting Love. Yeah, Everlasting_love 67. Follow my dance academy at Elevate Arts UK. No spaces, no caps, no nothing. Yeah, no caps, no nothing for all of our Instagrams. Make sure you follow my friends on Instagram. I'm not going to mention the Instagram, but you can find that out, you know. Yeah, make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow my brother's Instagram.
We got all your
all my
guys.
siblings and my school friends and stuff. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I'm also going to say shout out to my best friend because it's her birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to her. So yeah, peace. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview, Q&A, whatever you want to call it. And as I said before, subscribe, turn your post notifications on. Like, share, and comment. Peace.